Hello guys, so welcome to another video on Bluetech Empire Python tutorial. So in this video particularly, we are still looking at Python basic operators, but in this video we are going to be looking at comparison or relational operators. We are going to understand why they are also known as relational operators or why they're even called comparison operators at all. So let's dive into the video. Now, I'm going to do some reading just so we have a few things clear up. Um, Comparison operators are binary operators, like I explained in the previous video on arithmetic operator. If you have not watched it, you can watch it. Arithmetic operators, we talked about left operand, right operand, and we talked about binary operators. So we said binary operators normally have two operands. For example, a plus b. Sorry, we don't have a plus b. Let's say a equals to 10 and b equal to 40. If you say a plus b, we have 50. Now we have a is the left operand and b is the right operand. So we can say the addition operator has two operands. It's known as a binary operator because it operates on two operands. So the comparison operators are similar to that. They're similar to they're also binary operators because they also have both left and right operands. So these operators compare their operands. They Now we're talking about the comparison operators. They compare the operands, that's the left and the right operand, and decide the relationship between them. That's why they are also known as relational operators. For example, I'm going to show you the first one, a greater than b. Now this operator is going to look at a and b and compare them and decide if it's going to like compare them and decide the relation between them. Hence they are called relational operators. So like I'm explaining here, let's say a is greater than b. Is that true or false? Now relational operators or comparison operators will return either true or false. So usually some people call them boolean operators because they must return a boolean. Just know about that. A comparison operator always returns a boolean, that it can return true or it can return false. So in this case, a is not greater than b, of course, because a is 10 and b is 40. 10 is not greater than 40. So we can even check other stuff directly using literals. 4 greater than 4, no, because 4 is equals to 4. All right, then 4 equal to 4. Oh yes, what is 4 less than 6? Oh yeah, is 4 greater than or equals to 4? To greater than or equals to 3? Yes, because 4 is greater than 3, though 4 is not equals to 3. All right, is 4 greater than or equals to 4? Still yes, because though 4 is not greater than 4, 4 is equal to 4. So now we're going to be looking at the different comparison operator. Now let's consider some variables. Say var1 equals to 30, var2 equal to 15, and let's say var3 equals to 60.5. Now we're going to check a few things. Let's follow through with the different comparison operators we have here. So here are different comparison operators. We have the equivalent um, operator. Now the equivalent operator, we use it to check if one value is equals to another. Now it's double equal to sign. It's not the assignment operator. In fact, if you say, for example, look at this, we said var1 equals to 30. If you write var1 equal to 30, now you're not assigning the 30 to var1. Let's not use var1, or let's use var1. Now you're not assigning 30 to var1. Now this is a comparison operator. Once you have two equal to sign, and a lot of young programmers, even old programmers, sometimes when they want to use the equal to sign, they usually use equal to. And equal to, if you assign a variable to a value, if you assign a value to a variable, it will always remain true. For example, if you say is var1 equals to, let's say, you want to check if var1 is equal to 60. No, But if you make a mistake and say bar 1 equal to 60, it's going to return true because you're assigning or null because you're assigning 60 to var 1. So a lot of programmers make always confuse or always make like have a bug in their code or make a mistake by using single equal to sign. It's usually a mistake. They know it's wrong. So but it usually causes a lot of problem in the code until you discover it. So always know a single equal to sign is the assignment operator. Once you have two, it becomes a comparison operator. So what does this mean? Always know these operators ask a question. That's the best way you can use to memorize these operators. They ask questions. So bar 1 equal to 60 is asking, is bar 1 equal to 60? Or it's like saying bar 1 is equal to 60. And it can either be true or false, no other stuff. Because yeah, if I tell you, if you say bar 1 is equal to 60, you can either say no or yes. So in this case, is bar 1 equal to 60? No. But is bar 1 equal to 30? Yes. So that's the first one we have looked at. If the values of the two operands, that's the left operand and the right operand, are equal, the result is true. Otherwise, the result will be false. So you saw we said bar 1 equals bar 1 is the left operand, bar 2 is the right operand. Bar 1 is 30, bar 2 is 60. Are they equal? No. In this case, bar 1 is 30 and the right operand is 30. So they're equal to each other. Now let's check the not equal to. Now not equal to is just the opposite of equal to. Instead of saying bar 1 is equal to 30, you can ask a question. You can say bar 1 is not equal to 30. And what do you think? It gave us false because bar 1 is equal to 30. Now, you're trying to make a statement here, like I explained to you. The best way to understand these operators is know they're either asking questions or making statements. In this case, it's a statement saying var 1 is not equal to 30. Is that a true statement? No, it's a false statement because var 1 is equal to 30. That's why this expression returned false, because if you tell us var 1 is not equal to 30, then you're telling a lie because var 1 is equal to 30. So let's check var 2. Var 2 is not equal to 50. Yes, of course. Bar 2 is not equal to 50. That's why it returned true, because var 2 is 15. But if you come and tell me var 2 is not equal to 15, I'll, 15, I'll say false because var 2 is equal to 15. So that statement is a false statement. Okay, but this statement is it's a true statement because var 2 is not equal to 50. So I want you to understand these operators like some operators asking questions or making statements. So this statement, you said var 1 is equal to var 6. I can say yes or no. This statement, you say var 2 is not equal to 15. I can say yes or no. In this case, it was no. You said in this other case now, you said var 2 is not equal to 50. Yeah, accepted is true. So they actually ask questions. So you have greater than. Now, greater than is still the same like equal to and all. They just ask questions. So let's check var 1 and let's check var 2. Now, if we say var 1 is greater than var 2, the answer is true. Yeah, because of course 30 is greater than 15. But if we say var 2 is greater than var 1, it returns false. False because var 2 is less than var 1. Var 2 is 15. Var 1 is 30. You can check other stuff. For example, 4.5 is greater than 6. That true? No, it's false. What of 6 is equal to 6.0? 6, sorry, equal to 6.0. Yeah, it's true. Now let's see 6 is less than 7. Yeah, 6 is less than 7. What of 6 is less than 5? No, false, because 6 is not less than 5. So we have been using the less than now. We can just use the greater than sign. Of course, we started with the greater than sign. It's just opposite to the less than sign. 6 is greater than 5. Of course, 6 is greater than 5. 6 is greater than 4. Of course, no, 6 cannot be greater than 4. So you just see how it works. It's just comparison operators. It return either a boolean or, you understand. So like I said, look at this program we wrote here. You see, it uses a boolean expression. it goes through. For example, we may want it to print only, let it print only, let's say print only even numbers. You see, we can just say for item in L1, we can say if item modulus 2 is equal to 0, we know it's even. So this is an example. You said if, we use equal to sign by saying that is it equal to. So if item modulus 2 is equal to 0, this statement be inside the if statement will execute. If not, then will not be executed. But what we want to do inside the if statement, we just want to print the item. So we just print item. That's all we want to do. So if you run this program, you see it's going to print only even numbers. So it's just 2, 4, 6, 10. That's all. So I just wanted to see that clearly. Now we have greater than. You see greater than is just the opposite of less than. Now let's see some other stuff. Now we have greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. Now if we say a left operand A, or let's say we say 3 is greater than 5. Now this one is clear. 4 is greater than 5. Sorry, is 4 greater than 5? No, of course no. It gives us false. Now let's say we say 4 is greater than 4. Now does it happen? No. 4 is not greater than, is 4 greater than 4? No, of course. What if we say is 4 greater than or equal to 4? Of course, yes. Now the equal to sign means you're saying the left operand is either greater than the right operand or it's equal to the right operand. So for example, let's check A, let's check B. Now let's check C. Okay, let's say C is equals to C is equal to B, C is equal to 40. Now, if we say let's say C is less than 40, it's going to fail, but it's going to return false, of course, because C is not less than 40. But if we say C is less than or equal to 40, it's going to return true, because we're saying is C less than or equal to, no, C is not less than, but C is equal to 40. You understand? So it's going to return true. So I just want you to understand how less than or equal to work. It returns true if the left operand is less than the right operand, or it still returns true if the left operand is equal to the right operand. So normally one will usually fail, but at least it will work. You understand? One may not be correct, but one will work for it to be true. So it's either or. If C is less than 40, it still returns true. If C is equal to 40, it still returns true. So it's either or. We mostly use them in while loops when we want to do certain things. We use less than or equal to. You understand? Or we can use less than, but usually when you want to access the last item, usually use less than or equal to. So I just wanted to understand that. So we have greater than or equal to, and we have less than or equal to, like we did here. 4 is greater than or equal to 4. Is it true or false? 4 is greater than or equal to 4. Is 4 greater than 4? No, but is 4 equal to 4? Yes. So you have 2 as an answer. So I just wanted to know 3, you can have less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to return true if the left operand is greater than the right operand, or it's equal to the right operand. And return less than return true if the left operand is less than the right operand, or equal to the right operand. So I just wanted to know how those ones work. So now less than or equal to the value of the left operand, less than that, less than or equal to the value of the right hand operand. Now let's look at some example. All right, so we have A is equals to 2, B is equal to 4, C is equals to 12, D is equals to 2.0, E is equal to 4. Now check, var1 is equal to A equal to B. Now what will be the value of var1? Is A equal to B? Yes. You understand? Is A equal to B? Check. No. A is not equal to B, so var1 will be equal to false. So let's check the result. A is equal to B. No, the result was false. So that's what you see. Now let's check the next one. B is equal, var2 is equals to B equals to A. So you know that this is from right to left. So this is going to be evaluated first, then the result is going to be placed in var2. So when you evaluate this, what happens? We said b is equal to 3, e, be, yes, it's going to return true. So true now, var2 will be equal to true. That's how you should understand it. var2 is equal to true. So if you say b is equivalent to e, then you print var2, it's going to print true. Let's check. Yes, it's going to print true. So let's move to the next. Now let's see more stuff. So it's we say now var3 is c greater than a, c greater than a. Yes, so var3 will be true because c is 12, a is 2. So yes, is a less than 12? No. So var4 will be false. Now var5 is 5 greater than 5? No. Is a less than e? Yes. So we're gonna have true, false, false, true. Let's check here. So it's greater than. Alright, so here is just the output of the stuffs. You can look at them more. Let me just finish it. Now we say is 6 greater than or equals to 3? Of course, no. Is b greater than or equals to e? B and e. B b is greater than let me check. Alright, so let's look at, let's see. So yeah, we're just using less than or equal to and all the rest, you understand? So yeah, we actually use not equal to. So we use greater than or equal to. So it looked like we missed one operator. Let me check. Less than, greater than, less than. All right, we missed the. Okay, we talked about the not equal to. Let me check. Like, okay, we talked about it. Not equal to. So equal, not equal to is just the opposite of equal to. To check if something. If you say 2 is not equal to 3, it's just something 2 is not equal to 3. Of course, yes. Why not? 3 is not equal to 3. That's not true. So false. Yeah, because 3 is equal to 3. So if you say 3 is not equal to 3, it's not a true statement. So it's a false statement. So it just returns us false. So normally, like I said, we use this in if statement, in conditional statement. We use this for a lot of stuff. Not equal to, less than, this thing we can, for example, we can print 1 to 10 in a simple statement. For example, you can say start equals to 10, 1, and equal to 10. I'll say while while start is less than end, and we can print a bunch of stuff. Print start. So you see, it's gonna print till now. You see, this is a boolean statement. So while start is less than end, it's gonna print start is less than end. It's just if this returns true. Because, for example, the first time it's going to return true because yes, 1 is less than 10, true. So this statement is going to execute. It's going to check back. That's what we call a looping construct. We are going to learn looping construct later on. But it's going to start back, check again. It start less than 10. You see, if we don't do anything from this point, this program is going to run forever because start will always be less than 10. So when it does this, checks back, does checks, executes, checks, execute, it's going to loop forever. So we need to be incrementing start by 1. So every time, the first time is going to print 1, the second time is going to print 2, the second time is going to print 3, up to a point where start is going to be 10, and 10 less than 10 is going to return false. So this loop is going to terminate. So you're going to see it's going to print 0 to 9. Take note, why did it print 0 to 9? Because at the point where start was 9, at the point where start was 9, it worked, but when start reached 10, is 10 less than 10? Yes, so it could not print 10. Is 10 less than 10? No, sorry. 10 is not less than 10, so it couldn't print 10. It couldn't execute this body of this loop that would have triggered it to print 10. So if you want it to print 10, you have to use less than or equal to. So it's 10 at the point where start is 10, 10 is less than or equal to 10 will still return true. You understand? Because 10 is not less than 10, but 10 is equal to 10. So that's just an example of where you can use less than or equal to. So for example, you see that here we have 1 to 9. If you run it now, you're going to see 1 to 10. So you see 1 to 10 now, because 10 was also included as part of the valid loop condition, you understand? So we are going to learn about loop later. I just want to show you that it's usually used within a loop statement or even an if statement. For example, we can say if let's break if start equals to 5, we can now just print this displaying 5. Now I just want to show you this. Now you see it's also used for if statements most of the time. See, this if statement will check if the result is true, then the suite or body of the if statement will be executed. So at a point where start is equals to 5, you're gonna see this will be displayed. Even I think after 5 has been displayed, so let's put this below this. You don't need to worry if you don't understand all this. Okay, we will normally there'll be a video on loops, for while loops, for loop, if statement, conditional statements. So you should not have any trouble if you aren't understanding this, because will have full videos on all this stuff. So you're going to actually understand everything we are doing very, very well. So let's see now what the result will give us. So you see displaying 5. So I just want to show you both these comparison or relational operators are very useful when it comes to branching construct, and looping construct, even conditionals, branching and looping structures. So conditionals are normally branching structures, then we have looping structures. So it's very, very, very important for conditionals or branching structures, and also very important for looping structures like while and for loop. So we are going to see how to use all that. So I guess at this point we can say we have basically covered the let's see, we have basically covered the comparison operator. So next we'll be looking at the assignment operator in the next video. All right, so I think see you in the next video. All right.